there's a
Was that
big
the first
responsibility.
thing that everybody heard at the start of this?
Yeah.
They take their streams very seriously.
I mean, I have to go to a lot of funerals now, it sounds.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility. It looks like we are live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna host you.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Full
I don't
of
even know what that
nobody.
means.
What
I don't
an
know what Twitch.
honor.
I don't know how Twitch works.
That means if anybody goes to my channel, your channel is playing on my channel.
Oh shit,
I
that's
didn't
pretty
figure
cool.
out how to do that.
Which is, I mean, honestly, in my experience, it's
Records.
pretty useless because, like, you know, then like it's a separate chat room. So generally, you want to be in the same chat room with everybody else on
Yeah.
the mainstream. So, like, if I see somebody on a friend's channel and I actually want to interact, then I go to the main channel that's being
Oh, yeah,
posted. But I guess it's still a way that, like, it means nothing because I'm not, I have no audience. But for someone with a big audience, it might mean something because you might get some viewers from their channel
Yeah.
going, "Oh, what's this?" and coming on over to check it out.
Right. Cool. So I took the opportunity over the last week and made some adjustments. So to make it more in line for what we want to do here instead of just immediately die. So
You guys, it is really cool watching this process. Like, it's really fun watching someone write a game.
Oh,
It's very cool.
let's see. So one of the things I changed was if you get to burn 6, you are not immediately dead and out. You are knocked out of the scene and have to recuperate probably back on the ship. But you can spend supplies from the ship to heal while you're there. So you can actually heal without going back to station. Which is
Well,
also
that's
nice.
good since I'm
have a
one
bounty on
burn
you.
away from 6.
Yep. I think like if you let yourself get to 6, have to heal up, your minimum burn will go up. So you can't just like forever
whatever.
get blown away. There's still some like creeping death. And then if your
I was
minimum burn
like-
gets up to 6. Yeah.
I was preparing funeral arrangements for everybody. Those are not cheap, by the way.
I know. So everyone kick in. I also added some ship-to-ship combat stuff just in case that comes up.
Oh no.
It is super gamma level, not even to a alpha, beta, whatever is the worst state.
Oh, it's epsilon level.
0th draft. So if that comes up, we'll make it work. And yeah, I think I added a couple things. Oh, to the ship. On the ship sheet, I figured out some ship stuff. So I made the strengths and weaknesses sort of pair up, which means I had to remove some. So I changed the bad circuitry to fragile. If you want to take a different weakness, feel free. So basically, like it's paired like fast, slow, lucky, cursed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Heavily armed, easily detectable, good sensors.
Oh, fragile themes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Electrical.
switching that for fragile.
So
Seems like
everyone-
it's the same.
Also, when you get a ship, so engines, systems, and hull all start at 1, and so you can add 6 more, basically 6 more points. So you can do those 3, depending on what you want those to be. And then when ship combat happens, those will get knocked off, kind of like Burn does. Thoughts about what your ship strengths, engine systems, hull might be?
I mean, are you saying we can
It's all
apportion
flooding my
6
brain.
checkboxes among those 3 categories?
Yeah. So you start with
Oh.
1.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
you
know
get
that I
6
understand
more.
things by just hearing them sometimes. So
I'm with you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we've
I
got
was
1,
like,
and then you can bring it up to a total of 6.
He
That
just
makes
said a
perfect
bunch
sense.
of things.
You
and
could.
I kind of understood them.
welcome to every grad student Zoom class. They're like, now you should understand this very complicated critical race theory. And you're like,
Don't.
no. Please don't trust me with this.
So basically, on the ship sheet on your character keeper, there's a section lines
Ship sheet.
16 to 18 that have engine, ship systems, and hull, and they all start at 1. And so the three of you together will add 6 more boxes to that. So
I mean,
can
I'm
bring them
always
all
a
up to
fan
3.
of balance.
Cool.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what would be the most powerful thing logically on the hokum. Like, what have they?
Party barge.
What would the party barge have better engines or hull or systems?
What does systems mean? Is that
Yeah.
like
Systems is like overall like computer navigation, life support, all the like everything that's not those 2 other things. Pretty
that's
much.
my inclination. I guess mine is a little bit opposite of Heath, so I'm happy to compromise.
Hey, it's your ship.
It's
true.
it's not. I stole it.
Possession is 9/10 of.
Your ship now.
But of all the
State
ships, I
law.
did choose to steal that one. My thought is that this one is not particularly great and balanced, and that systems is maybe better because they have been like. Because I'm just thinking of like the past of this ship is like mostly just like carrying around tourists and people, and like needing to have like a backup system that like helps, but like hoping that that never happens.
Do you think you would take one off of engines or hull? Because I could see either one of those really. Because like party barge doesn't necessarily need to go fast,
Yeah.
True.
but also party barge
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily need a lot of armor protection either.
It is also
Because-
fragile. Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
readily see them advertising a party barge as having lots of system upgrades, and it just doesn't sell to say that it's safe.
You could also
Yeah.
just take one off of each and make it
That's
make
true.
it 5.
I honestly think that's what the
Do
ship
that.
is.
I am super happy to go with Heath's idea, but I was just like,
No,
I don't
I'm fine
know.
with
This party
whatever.
barge is probably not as
I mean, I do
Heath
think
seems to have a great idea of this party barge, and I don't know that it's that great.
I think it's more fitting the party barge's personality to do it like there with.
When the ship blows up, we'll all know why, but I'm willing to go.
Yeah,
Because,
this is
like,
the
you know-
moment we can rewind back to if you like.
Because again, I
Yeah.
feel like it's like a cruise ship. You know, you're not gonna have the fastest engines. You're not gonna be prepared for a battle. You're just
But it's got a
We are
disco ball.
prepared
I just imagine
party.
it has all of these features that none of us really understand, and we just kind of keep discovering things.
I feel like Gren has like only tapped into the illusions part, like knows how to do like a nighttime magic show, and that's like the deepest we've ever gone in this.
I'm thinking that also, unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to like get the food replicator to give us specific things because everything is so
No.
geared towards gambling that it's just
Oh,
like
God.
you just pull an arm and it distributes a meal and you get
And
what you
probably,
get.
like
Nachos.
Just It just distributes
24/7.
bars of cricket meal.
Because that way, they sold it initially as like another game. Pull the arm,
oh
see what you get.
God.
Oh, I got
World's
coconut.
worst vending machine.
Just an entire coconut that you have to figure out how to get into.
So
Cool.
it
So I
played
put-
into the passenger's mindset of gambling.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
I
going to point
love
from
it.
engines and hull over to systems. I think maybe an easier way to describe that is like engine, systems, and hull all start at 3. You can move the points around as long as there's one in each one.
Oh,
That sounds
yeah.
Yeah,
a little
that makes
better. Yeah. Cool. And eating is a thing. Great. You can also spend 1 supply to refill all your food,
Oh, all of it.
which you might want to do at some point.
We're out of food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nom 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 nom. And burn your fuel to get to our new place. And we're at the new place. This is the 3rd set now, and
Oh.
you are in Alcyone orbit, which costs 1 fuel. And the goal of the set is to approach the cryostasis facility.
What is a supply again? How do we get?
Supply is just like stuff that you have. So, and it's intentionally generic. So like, oh, if you want to use it to heal stuff, it's medical supplies. If you want it to be food, it'll be food. If you
Well, I
want to
mean,
sell
like,
it
just,
in port, it'll be stuff.
As an example, like if we wanted to do that, if we wanted to refill our food, what do we have?
So then
any
you-
abilities? Like, oh yeah,
Yeah. So then you would just uncheck 1 supply and then fill all your food back up.
I think that we should do that, maybe.
oh
Yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
see supplies. They got it's over there in the ship thingy.
Yeah. And you can do that at any time. You don't need to, you won't be hungry
Oh,
until
okay.
next time. So, Yeah, and who knows? There might be food lying around.
And so the only way to get more supplies is to
So
buy
far,
them
there has
with
been no
credits.
food.
Either to
If
buy
I
it
have
or
one complaint.
grab it from another ship. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hockey docky day.
Cool. Hedgehog. Sweet. So y'all came out of the jump gate around Alcyone, and the planet Oxur is a bit away. It's like not Pluto away, but it's far away. It's a dead little rock, just floating out in far orbit from the star. Alcyone D is the star, and as you approach it, and it just becomes this like pucked, like little gray disc approaching, and as far as you can see from sight, it's just a rock.
So remind me again what we're doing. You said we have to. Our set is to get to the facility.
To approach the cryostasis facility.
And I'm trying to remember what did we find out about the cryostasis facility? How's that playing in the story?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you find out?
I don't remember what we found out.
Yeah, I can't remember the details.
We
You knew that he jumped here with his new identity, Justice Evans.
Oh, right, we got the name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
don't
Yeah, because you like found something when
remember-
you went back to the Rhino found something, right? When you went back to hit the facility with the dead guy
Yeah.
and got jumped.
Oh, there was the
Yeah. I thought that's where I got the info about the planet, but not the name.
I think did you get the name and not the planet maybe?
Oh no.
Because you found the planet from the travel agency.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if
Oh,
we
okay.
actually we did eventually get something from the travel agency that I can't remember when. Wasn't it like off a pad, like indentations on a
Yeah,
piece
there
of
was a
paper?
notepad.
This is, why
Yeah,
is
Rhino
my memory
everybody.
so bad?
Rhino grabbed a piece of paper that we've been etched,
Yeah.
like we
Right.
were graveyard aficionados. And then,
Only been a week, and yet every week I'm like, I don't remember anything that happened last. Who am I? I'm a dog, right? Wait, no.
That's the other game.
Pretty sure I'm a dog.
That's Sunny. Cool. So you are approaching Oxer on the Hokum. How would you like to make this go?
Huh.
That's a good question.
Should we take the flam down since the flim is out of commission?
And there is
Or-
there's nothing I can do to feel better right now, right? That's a thing we do to we got to go back to.
If you want to, you can spend a supply to heal up while you're in transit on the ship.
Yeah, feel
I mean,
free to use supplies to heal up, boys.
I
Yeah,
feel like
so-
that would be a good idea.
Yeah, so you can
know-
spend one supply to heal one burn.
Being that I'm only mostly dead. Okay, so we have 3 supplies, right?
Yeah.
So did we determine, do we want to spend 1 to refill all the food?
We may at the end of this want to refill
Yeah,
all the
it's-
food with one of them.
Or I guess if we, I don't know if we had to do it before we need it or what. Yeah, if that's cool, I would like to not be quite so close to dead.
Cool. Yeah, spend a supply and get your burn back to 4. Is that right?
Yeah, so now we're down to 4. So I'm like, oh, no, now I'm ready to take on the world.
Let's get it.
Unless I still have a personal force shield too, so that could come in handy. And just again, always refreshing things. I know if we're in a battle, I can use the force shield to like negate a burn, right?
Or negate whatever. So if you
For the
take a bunch of burn,
burn.
yeah.
Right.
So whatever burn you get from that, you can negate it. So
Okay,
some
and
reason,
then,
something bad happens, you take 3 burn, you can
and then
negate
that
all of it.
checks off the force shield, and I can't
Yeah,
use it
so-
again, right?
Yeah, not until you go back to the station and get it fixed up, basically.
And does that cost anything, or is that just part of paying off my burdens in general? Or
That's just included in the cost of living.
Oh, okay, cool.
resetting all your defensive gear or whatever?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
I feel better already. I got a whole 2 burn
Yeah.
ready to go. I'll negotiate my way out of anything.
Any marked armor is refreshed and unmarked when you return to your station. Cool. Not lying.
So, this is where, as far as we know, we think Justice Evans, aka Trix MacGuffin, Finson.
Trix Benson.
Oh yeah,
My
we could
God.
use
Got so many names. Now we got,
Justice Evans.
well, where do we go from here?
We have very fancy systems aboard this ship.
You do.
Is it possible?
Welcome.
Is it possible that we can try and access, like, look for, say, communications networks or signals on aboard the planet
Absolutely.
using our party locator interface?
That would definitely get you your hunt roll.
It's called Where the Party At?
And it has like an avatar who's immediately greeting you on startup.
It's like the South by Southwest, like early days where there were like secret parties and you'd find out about them on Twitter.
And of course,
yeah.
in the spirit of all the obnoxiousness, like you can't actually start it up without that sound playing. Where the party at? Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's no way to turn that off.
And the little animated fox icon.
Yep,
for
yep.
Host of Where's the Party At?
Great. So you'll start with 1 die. I assume you'll use Intel
Oh, yeah,
probably for your second die.
Let me throw us in
Rhino
the die
wants to
room.
do
that.
I forgot to make our die room.
Die room.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
I
Rolling.
think that's linked
rolling dice
from
with
the
fraternity.
event on the calendar too, I think.
Oh, is it a room? Okay, I thought you had to make.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess yeah. Just that URL will always make a room, right?
Yeah. You pop it. Character keepers. Do I have it there? Nope, it's not in the room.
I think you
It's
might
not
have
in
had
there.
one in the other game, in the masks. Game,
Oh,
maybe.
that's probably it.
Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Pop it up.
Yeah, because I've been making this one every week. Didn't realize you could save
Go
it.
soft.
All right, so what's happening? Somebody's rolling something?
You're making the dice room.
Oh, it's there. It's sorry. I thought you were already in it because like everybody's name was still there. Was that from last week?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
it's saved.
So I was like, oh, they've already been in there. Here,
I'm in the
throw it
one
in
that
the
we
chat.
used last time and the one
Yeah,
we
yeah,
used
yeah.
for masks.
Cool.
Oh,
Rooms
okay,
for
yeah,
Ryan.
Do I need to
Sweet.
roll or should that be?
I think did the Rhino want to do the roll?
Yeah, go
if
for it,
I can
Rhino.
use intel for it.
Yeah,
so
go
I'm
for it.
rolling 2 dice on my hunt roll.
Yep.
And I roll those
Oh
2 and
my.
a 3.
Cool. So take a hunt token. Add that
Okay.
to your sheet. Cool. So and you encounter something terrible.
Yo, sorry everybody.
Like you do.
Yeah, there's a 5 out of 6 chance, so you're pretty okay, or whatever the 36 minus 13, the opposite that out of 36. Yeah, it's you're probably gonna do it.
Like
Great.
something terrible happens unless both dice are 5 or 6, right? Or-
Unless the highest die is 6.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Great. What
So
happens
yeah,
then?
11/13 or 11/36 chance.
There's a above ground. Great. Yeah. So you are you do pick up a signal and sort of tune into that, and it is a genderless tending towards female voice. It's very soothing. There may even be some like crashing waves or something in the background. And as you tune in, it's just
So far, this is great.
yeah,
It
it's on a
takes you-
loop.
Takes you a minute to hear it after the alert of party found, yo.
Like, turn back up. The voice is just like starts in the middle of the spiel, like Ibis Holistics is here to provide for all of your health needs in this life and in the next. Our facilities are currently undergoing maintenance, and we request that you contact our customer service department to make an appointment when they reopen. Please proceed to the nearest jump gate and have a great day. Welcome to the Ibis Holistics facility and so on.
Yeah.
Let's do it 5 more times.
5 more times. 5 more
5 more
times.
times.
It's our only entertainment.
Alvin sucks. Wait, don't have to
Alvin
forget.
sucks. Alvin sucks.
I just imagine Rhino at the console kind of watching this over and over again while party lights play around him.
I think as a cross-universe homage, we need to meet someone named Alvin who sucks.
That can be arranged.
Well, obviously we're not supposed to go here. Obviously we're gonna go here. So we need to figure out our best way to go here without hopefully people noticing we're going here.
I'll note that our ship's main trait is easily detectable.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
we've got subwoofers and bright lights. And
Yeah, maybe
We'll
the
just be subtle about it. External shot of the party barge going by, somehow
And-
audible in space.
You know what? Maybe that is a strength. So maybe I could continue to keep the party going. One of you could ride whichever of the flimmer flam that Rhino didn't ruin down to the surface. I imagine the flim and the flam are like less flamboyant.
They're small.
Probably the same amount.
I mean-
They're smaller and flamboyant.
Yeah, I think I described them as if the Cheesecake Factory built a
That's right, you did.
Oh yeah.
transport
craft.
ground vessel.
Yep.
But
Oh,
I'm
what-
wondering if like
what was that
I'm
third
really
ship name?
flashy, then it'll be distracting.
I thought we just had 2.
Everyone has their own ship, so.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
okay.
the ship is my body.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
Well,
ride in
you-
ships.
You probably want a ship to go places faster.
Yeah, it's the Hoko.
The Hoko.
As fast as I need to go.
All right.
Tell me on it. Okay, maybe I do have a ship. It sounds like you were just offering me something and I refused it.
I don't want a spaceship. All
I
right.
don't want it.
I kind
No,
of
no,
love
no.
that Zephyr. There is a 3rd ship that Zephyr just refuses to use.
If the Hokum is good enough for me, it got me away from the gladiation.
I think it's funny. There's a third ship that it is unnamed because she's just never named it.
Yeah.
There's like a
It's just-
scraped off spot where the name has been changed in the past. But
It,
right now
it was
it's
just
blank.
there on the barge when she
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's the hit Flim the Flam and that other one.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, we could use the other one if you wanted.
Cool. What would you like to do next?
So you think should me and Rhino maybe, while she's being the distraction,
Take the flam down.
we'll try to go do something, go get
Take
in
the
some
flam and the other thing?
shenanigans.
Do our little Attack of the Clones investigation on the planet.
Pretty much, yeah. Do a cruise over just cruise around a little bit.
I guess so.
think
We're
so,
hunting-
yeah.
Looking for signs of old Justice Evans, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, could we maybe fly to wherever that signal came from if we could look?
Yeah. Do you want to make another hunt roll, or Gren, do you think you can use something for that?
Is this finding the location?
Yeah, this is hunting for the location again. If you're like
I do.
cruising around the surface trying to look for
mean,
a hidden thing.
I don't know if this is strictly under the purview, but I do have targeting skills.
Ooh,
It's kind
I
of
think-
related.
hiding would actually be a better
Yeah.
fit because you're looking for something that is hidden, whereas targeting
I
is
know
more like
I
The
can-
technique
Getting
they
something
might
that
use
you can
to hide
see.
it.
yeah. Yeah. If you want to make a hunt roll, go for it. 2 dice.
2 dice, light
2
and
dice,
dark.
2 dice.
Two dice, light and dark. Bam, bam. How about a 1 and a 5? I'll take
Nice.
5.
That's 5. Another one. So you get a hunt token, and
Sweet.
encounter something terrible. Great. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Let's see. What do we have for you here?
We're used to it.
Yeah. So you you get to. Are you both in your own? You're in the.
Well, can we? I mean, I would think we'd want to be in the same ship if they.
You want to cram into the same. It's like
If they
cramming into a
accommodate
sports
two
car,
people.
kind of, right?
I
So
mean,
you can-
since we're
you can-
trying to be as
yeah.
incognito as possible,
Yeah.
one ship is better than two flying around.
Yeah, and
so
the Flim is out of commission, and the third ship, I don't think we're allowed to use, even though.
Nobody touches this ship, but
My
nobody.
My ship.
But it's also, since the Flim and Flam were a set that came with the party bars, the third one's like just got a completely different navigation system, and it
Yeah.
operates differently, and we haven't read the manual.
I reprogrammed it, in other words, to be incomprehensible to
Oh,
anyone.
no.
It probably belonged to like the guy that owned the ship before.
And I don't know how to program.
She like inverts the axis, so you push the
Oh.
stick down and it goes down, and
Oh, that's
the
you're
right
way to
up.
do it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
I know.
Right, the other way.
I know
Down, it
physical
goes up.
mechanics, but like not the
Oh, no.
computational side. So I've like made it old school analog,
And like
incomprehensible.
the Hokum's version of Clippy is trying to help you with everything you
Yes.
might do on the ship.
Just
Yeah.
trying to annoy you to death so you'll get
Oh,
off my ship.
God.
Instead of a flight stick, it's actually got a steering wheel, and you're like, what?
It's got
That's
a
not-
trackball. Great. So you're flying low over the surface of Uxor in the Flam, and it is like you could see from the distance. It's just like gray and black rock with like jagged spikes coming up and down here all over the place, almost as if like things had smacked into the planet before and sort of like made these like plumes of jaggy rock that froze in the air. Just like as you cruise over, like the regolith underneath you kind of like dusts up. You can see that there's a thin layer of dust, rock dust on the planet that hasn't been disturbed in some time. It kind of hangs in the air after you go by.
Okay.
Wait, if they don't want people coming here, though, then how would justice have come here?
Da-da-da.
Mm.
That's interesting. And that recording said what? I can't remember. What did it say? They were closed for.
It's closed for maintenance. Yeah.
Hmm. And this is a cryostasis.
It's a cryomedical facility.
Many questions to be answered here.
You
Yeah.
can probably Rhino would have looked up Ibis Ballistics, and it's just sort of like a medium-large medical and pharmaceutical corporation. As far as you can tell, on the up and up, but it's a corporation, so.
Okay. And we had the coordinates we were flying to, but we didn't see anything there, or
Oh yeah. So
we
the
didn't get the coordinates.
yeah you don't find anything broadcasting on the planet, and as you kind of like go over a horizon, it dims away, and you can kind of figure out from that it's probably just an orbiting like tin can beacon. That's just
Oh, okay.
there's probably a few of them orbiting around, broadcasting various soothing but warning to go away messages.
Okay. All right, so that was a dead end.
Hey, Zephyr. On over the radio. Hey, Zephyr, come in, Zephyr.
What?
You know, it'd be a damn shame if just for fun someone maybe reprogrammed that beacon with a different message.
Ooh.
Wow, nice.
I am hearing what you are saying. On it.
What are you saying?
What
I mean,
what message do we want to put on it? Alvin sucks.
Justice sucks.
It's just fuck you, Justice. We're gonna find you.
Paging Justice Evans. Please return. Please come to the nearest broadcast beacon. Got a phone call.
We could say that he's a corporate spy. They come down pretty hard on those.
That's true.
Ooh.
So what do you want to do?
Maybe. See, initially I was thinking it could just be a prank, but now you're onto something actually being useful.
What?
Also, this like they come down pretty hard on those is like such a like flashback to Rhino's past.
Oh,
I
God.
They come down pretty hard on those.
I imagine that whatever space authorities there are in this section or
Space cops.
space cops.
Space cops.
I imagine space cops would have the ability to override any communication beacons for when they need to put out like APBs and such for wanted criminals.
Oh.
So you could falsify it with your jury rigging to act like it's an official space cop bulletin that's been put out. That if you know Justice Evans, he's wanted and dangerous, and capture him immediately and call. I don't know if there's like a number, but we want it so they would call
Space
us.
911. Yeah.
No,
Space
don't.
911. No, us, not
But-
Space 911.
Well, yeah, at least you
Oh.
could route it to us somehow.
Yeah.
But we want any communications that would come to us
Like
instead.
90% of Space
Oh, no.
911 calls are not actually crimes.
We've got Justice Evans. Come get him. But we
Yeah.
would intercept that message.
I'll set up a message that directs anyone who has met this person to us. Mark, do I need to roll for that?
Yeah. Tell me how you're making that happen. It basically remember like the tin can crybaby from Firefly
Yeah,
that has
Firefly.
it's like literally about this big, got a couple antennas and stuff hanging off it, and it's just sort of like in orbit around the planet. You would probably need to get at it physically to
Yeah, that's my
do that.
specialty.
Yeah. Great. Tell me what that looks like.
I am a tardigrade. And I swim through space. I use mostly a breaststroke, but like to be honest, my back legs, I don't really adhere to official breaststroke. Sometimes I do like a little
What?
frog.
Oh, okay.
I do like a little frog thing. So that's how I swim through space.
And you
Sure.
don't go anywhere.
I don't. That's for the looks. And actually, I shoot to get myself places.
Are you gonna pull up the hokum next to it, or how do you do there?
Like near it, yeah.
Okay,
But then
cool.
I go out and go get it, and then
Just
I'm
hop it out of
tethered
the
to the
airlock.
hokum just in case. But like
Cool. And then you like push off.
and that way
Cool.
I can like grab and pull.
That sounds kind of risky.
No, it sounds perfectly fine.
This will
Yeah,
be
ju-
fine.
Jumping out of a spaceship and trying to mess with
I
you probably have like
Zephyr-
a little
Zephyr's
like a
done worse.
I have
SD card or
magic.
something to plug it in.
I have magic powers. I thought this was supposed to be the deal.
Yeah, I mean you have the powers, so that'll get you another die.
Okay. If I drop the worry is that I will drop the SD card.
Yeah, you could drop it. It could explode. Anything could happen.
I mean, she's always out on the hull doing repairs and stuff. She's used
Yeah.
to like tethering.
Got the
and getting out
magnet
there.
boots.
I feel like just in case I've made Rhino record several just because Rhino has the scariest voice
Oh,
of all of
no.
us. I have like several things I've spliced together that are like in the
You've got a demo
Oh.
reel basically. Yeah. Yeah.
we use mostly Rhino's voice. Grin is occasionally spliced in there.
Yeah,
So
I was
probably she's-
wondering if doing voices was or was not kind of one of Zephyr's things.
Zephyr, I think is like was in the gladiator life just because of being captured, because of being part of the Pasiphae resistance,
Hmm.
but like doesn't fucking like fighting. Wants to like just hang out at the club at the casino and like has a voice. It's like let's get this party started. So not great. Not
I
great.
feel like
for
she's
that.
definitely had Rhino, possibly all three of us at some point, sit down to basically do like data bank recording sessions so she can just construct recordings from words.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
she'll have us like read lists of words and sentences when we've got free
If
time
you have ever found the criminal. Yeah, that's what I did. Because I'm not really that great at it, but I'm really good at swimming through space.
So you definitely get a light die for your jury rigging skill. What do people feel can go wrong here? I think I think what can go wrong. I mean,
Well, I think
the
if
I'm,
she's not
go for it.
careful, they might be able to easily trace the message to us, and it's not an official space cop message. You're like,
Oh yeah,
somebody has impersonated space cops and hacked our beacon.
Right. Similarly, the beacon could have alarms on it we didn't realize.
yeah.
And it could just self-destruct on being tampered with.
That's what I was thinking for a whatever.
Sorry.
What would be a good call of the void for this? This is something bad that would happen, win or lose.
No matter what, you get a
Yeah.
die.
I think a fun one might be the tether breaking.
Oh, fun is not the word. I would use.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and you can accept or reject any or all of these.
But like other bad things that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is regardless. This is win or lose.
Yeah. So like, or the beacon collides with the ship and damages it.
Damages the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't have one, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Any of those sound intriguing, Zephyr?
Yeah, and so that gives me an extra dark die,
That's going to give you an extra light die.
extra light die. In order to, and I need to roll what to accomplish? I'm so sorry.
You're going to be rolling. If you accept this, you'll be rolling 2 dice. A 6 means that you succeed. Great. 4 or 5, you succeed, but there's a complication. 1 to 3, you fail, and things get worse. And that's just the highest die.
I've got one more to throw in the pot, or in
Oh,
the
no.
process of swapping them out, instead of overriding, she actually accidentally swaps them, and then the loop that was playing on the beacon plays over our ship 24/7.
Wow.
Oh, the worst one.
I think that's great. So you can accept any or none of those.
So I currently have 2 die because of jury
Uh,
rigging.
You will have 1 die from jury rigging. You'll have 1 dark die from your tardigrade, and you can accept this one for another light die.
And a dark die. Sorry.
A dark die means if it's the highest one out of the 3, or if any dark die is the highest and it's higher than your current burn, you get a new burn.
Okay.
So
Sure.
basically,
Well,
you're risking stuff. Yeah.
We'll encounter that if it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling 1 dark, 1 light, and
One light if you accept the call.
but I have 1 light from jury rigging, right?
So
Okay.
1 from jury rigging, 1 dark one from tardigrade, and if you accept the call of the void, you'll get another light.
The second one. Okay, sorry. I'm learning.
Ah.
I really want the one where it like plays over our
The loop
speakers
thing.
Great. Yeah.
because
you
I
totally do
can
that
imagine that will cause strife.
one. Awesome. So roll 3 dice. The last one will be dark. Does that sound good?
Dark die.
Dark die.
Dark
I
die.
rolled a 6, a 5, and a 6.
Ooh, where are they?
Where
Are they
did
on
you
the
roll
thing?
that?
I rolled them in Mask of Bright Future.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
I'm in the wrong one. Sorry.
Which one is the last die?
6.
6. So your dark die was the last one, and it was the highest, and is
Wow,
higher
that's
than your
low.
current burn. So you totally do it. Tell me exactly how it goes down. You succeed totally.
So if a dark and a light tie, the dark thing still happens?
Yep. If it's the highest or equal to the highest.
Gotcha.
So your
Okay.
burn goes up to 3.
Oh no.
Hey, that's my beginning burn.
I know. I'm fragile. I gotta protect this. Up to 3. Oh my gosh. We're getting worn down here.
I long for the days of 3 burn.
Really gotta slow down here. Relax
And
more.
tell me what it looks like. You
Oh,
succeed
so I
fantastically. Yeah.
swim out to it, and I have like a little SD card, whatever feature SD card memory stick, and I don't drop it. And we're swimming across, and I open up the can and I put it in. And then I hit some wire that ends up transmitting to our ship the
Nice.
message that was there forever.
With the code that it's like a police message that
There.
needs to be repeated.
I close the little can and then I give it a little toss.
Nice.
And we're fine.
Yeah. Add this to the ship. Conditions. It's gonna be
So,
under
I mean,
conditions.
so now our ship constantly plays what was initially there, right? The
Yeah.
one was about welcome, but we're closed for maintenance or whatever, right? Kind of makes sense
Right.
too.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
I'm
glad
just
not on the
adding
ship right now.
adding the condition looping IBIS warning message.
Oh,
So
no.
that's that. Great. So yeah, so that's, tell me what the message is saying again.
Basically,
The-
it was like the idea was it was like a official police break-in report of looking for Justice Evans. He's armed and dangerous. If you see him, detain him immediately and contact
The tip line.
our ship number, code, whatever, how that works.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
So,
So that is broadcasting away.
don't forget, Zephyr, that means that any incoming communications, you need to answer as if you're a police dispatcher.
Got it. And we'll do that to an extreme so that I also answer phone calls from you and Rhino that way.
Oh, God.
Better safe than sorry. Someone could be impersonating us.
Awesome. So
Good
yeah, you
commit.
get back on the ship without incident, except when you get on, that message is playing, and no matter what buttons you press, it just keeps.
There's no volume
Going
control of
forever.
it. We just
Yeah.
have it.
That's
And
what
there are
she
lots
voice.
more like avatars that come up when we try to change things on the ship.
So the
Surfer
message
dog
says that
won't let me change the volume.
the message says that Justice is down on the down there on the planet, right?
Oh, that we suspect. Yeah, you mean our message?
Yeah, the message that you're broadcasting says.
Yeah, we suspect he might have come to this planet.
Awesome. Yeah, so y'all are still zooming around the surface, and you're back on the ship. What would you like to do next?
I imagine if this is a facility, I mean, its location should be public, right? I mean, you should be able to like.
Yeah, there's nothing on the public records about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's peculiar now, isn't
it must be new.
it? Space Google Maps hasn't updated yet.
Yeah, the little bubble hasn't been around.
Huh.
And from what we've seen flying around so far, it looks pretty barren and uninhabited and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a planet, so,
Right.
but you know, from space, it looks like a rock.
I'm just thinking this place would have to have a fairly strong energy signature.
Oh shit!
It doesn't look
How
like
would
there's a
you
whole lot
look
of
for
other
that?
stuff. It's not like a bustling metropolis.
Nice. Do I make another hunt rolls or like targeting in for a power source thing?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna adjust some
That's good.
sensor arrays and things.
You get mess with the dials on the flam. Cool. I think either targeting or hiding will get you another die. So roll 2 dice.
Okay, ducky then.
Go.
Yeah, how about
Whoa.
a 6?
We did it.
Nice. 6. So take your hunt token.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're able to find a power source that is you know, it's a hotspot on the planet, and there's like not only just, it's not like a localized power source, but there's basically like a warm spot because everything is just rocky and cold, and like
Yeah.
a exhaust vents, basically. So you can see like plumes of dust here and there when you circle around to that.
Yeah.
And they definitely tie up to the, there's a, you can tell there's some connection to the crybaby up there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. And you're able to, you got a 6, good. Yeah, so you are able to pinpoint that, and sort of as you've reached the set goal, approach the cryostasis facility, boom, and you're able to come over a rocky, jagged ridge, and it's you swear that it's there, and you kind of you don't want to like go directly over it, so you kind of skim around a little bit, and when you sort of skim around to the other side, you can actually see that there's sort of dug into the ground level. There's sort of an incline that goes down, and you can see that it goes to it looks like doors or a wall or something. So you have found the facility. The set is the cryosleep facility above ground.
Hello, planet.
Your set goal is to overcome the defenses to get inside.
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't like that's different than we had.
And as you the door, it like leads to like a bay doors kind of thing. Probably, it looks like ships are able to come in there. There might be some smaller doors. It's hard to tell. It's kind of far away. But you do see that, like, as you swoop around and get higher, you can see there is a tasteful ibis logo.
Okay.
engraved in
Okay.
there.
So
you got it.
I think we've all been thinking this.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
We have a party barge. What we should do is invite all the employees. Free, so the thing we have going for us is that we're a party barge.
Right.
That's like our only thing. So
That's our selling point.
Yeah, so we give them all free passes to come on and enjoy the hedonism, and then we can get as many of them away from their posts as possible.
Love it. We could, Rhino and I could approach the base and as ambassadors from the party barge with this offer and with the free
coupons.
Yeah, we always have coupons on hand.
We haven't ever had to do this maneuver before.
We've only just renovated and reopened the party barge, so we need to get the word out. That's why it's a special promotional offer.
100% safe.
Rhino clearly has a script for this thing, but clearly cannot muster the-
We guarantee.
He even has like gestures we've told him to do where he's like, turn left.
We guarantee the new Hokum has 150% more party.
More party for you.
So, Mark, I'm assuming we don't have to roll because we're doing this perfectly.
I mean, you don't have to roll because you don't see anyone yet.
Well, we've been practicing.
You're just practicing. That's fine.
We're practicing. This is the maneuver we have always wanted to do.
We should get
the Hokum maneuver.
We should get an extra light die for preparation.
God.
Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing.
This is the moment we've been planning for years. Finally, we get to execute party barge
our
operation.
Only thing we have going for us.
Exactly. It's good thinking, Zephyr. Use your strengths. As opposed to, trying to be stealthy in a party barge.
You know what? If you are in a gladiatorial arena, you start to be very honest with yourself about what you're good at and what you're not.
So in that case, I think we should approach the doors as if we're not trying to be stealthy. We're not trying to sneak. We're all open
We're
about
just,
it.
Are you approaching with
ourselves.
the phlegm, or are you bringing the Zephyr down?
I figured since we were there, I figured with the flam. Because I didn't think we'd bring the whole party barge down.
Unless they're really
Unless that's what
committed
we got
to
to
it.
do to get them on it.
As you approach,
Oh, no.
It looks like they are getting a party ready for you as well.
I bet they are.
They're at the
I
at
love
sort of like
parties.
the top ridge of the sort of the end of the bay entrance. There's 5 like little yellow and red rotating lights start blinking, and they're like comically tiny compared to like the vast nothing.
Uh-huh.
But as you approach within, a reasonable distance, and you're clearly trying to land there, those little lights go up. Still coming in?
Uh,
Go ahead.
Sure,
Can
it's
we
fine.
open a communications channel?
Yeah,
Or
that's
try
what I-
to the.
Sure. Just send out a hail.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Um, let's do a risk roll. This is gonna
Oh,
be.
no. I'm sorry, everybody.
Who's sending the hail?
Well, I feel like Gren has the negotiation skill.
true.
Cool.
I do have some mad negotiating skills.
Yeah, I might have
Um,
contacts here, but.
Yeah, let's go for the negotiations. That'll get you a die. You can get
Oh,
another.
no.
So what could go wrong? I think the most obvious thing that could go wrong would be that they take your invitation as a intrusion and send
Start
off the
firing.
clowns. Yeah. Other things that might go wrong.
Some technical failure that kills our entire communication system.
That's good. That's
Cool.
along the lines of what I was thinking too. Is our whole ruse is about the message. If we can't get
And
the
it like
message,
ends at some point, like
It's like-
halfway through a sentence that makes it sound really bad.
yeah,
bad
it's like real,
threatening.
it's real spotty,
just-
and they're just getting words here and there. Like,
Or
We're
starts
gonna hit you
broadcasting
with
their,
the biggest party that you've ever seen.
or just broadcast their message back to them.
I'm also thinking of like past people that we have tried this on, and we've like tried also to get reviews from them, and they've been like very negative. Like we have just a bank of negative reviews that Zephyr doesn't like to delete because Zephyr is like kind of a hoarder of digital things. And so I think another bad thing that can happen is that instead of playing the message, we play those reviews.
All right, I'll keep all those in mind.
They only fed me cricket meal.
or it's like I
Uh,
feel like after you described that, I was thinking like if they have the presence of mind and the time to actually look up Hokum Party Barge, they'll basically find
That
1-star
it's
Yelp
stolen.
reviews.
Okay, it's been stolen. Yeah.
Oh my, that's not good. Or that, for example.
Space
Great. I will
pirates,
keep all of
please
those
stand
in
down.
mind.
Oh god.
You can get a second light die for accepting a call of the void. That will happen either way. What's something that can happen either way?
Oh god, like an old enemy of Gren works at the Ibis Center.
Ooh.
Just always.
I am an exiled smuggler,
That's true.
Ostracized smuggler.
ostracized smuggler. Yeah, I mean that makes total sense.
I don't think I can come up with something better than that. I like that a lot.
Um,
Do you have anything, Nicole?
Ah, that one's so good.
All right. So if you want to do that, you'll get another light die.
Oh man, it's
Oh,
tempting
no.
just because of the narrative fun of it.
I know. It's,
I gotta take it because I mean, it's just,
We've
We've
My
already piled on so many.
my
Like,
entire
let's get
role
more.
in the game is ostracized smuggler. So if we don't bring that in, what's the point of even being an ostracized smuggler?
You just gotta bring
Um,
all your keychains into the finish line with us.
Yep. You can also add a dark die if you're willing to risk your mind or body in order to succeed.
Let's stick with let's
Stick with the 2.
yeah. Well,
All
Sounds
right.
like you're not
Wait.
committed to the cause.
So you get one light die for your negotiation, and one light
Right.
die for the call of the void.
but the black die causes possible burn, right?
That's what I was saying. 3 total, 2 light and 1 dark, right?
If you take the risk your mind or body.
Oh, I thought okay. So I don't. It's just the 2 light dies and there's no dark die involved.
Right.
Oh, all right. Then we'll do that. For some reason, I thought there was always a dark die involved.
If you're using one of your biotech things, you always have to include your dark die.
No, let's roll with the 2 then.
Cool.
Bam. Hey, a 6.
Boom, a 6. Awesome. It totally works then. Tell me how it reacts. They react.
Hey, party goers! This is Grant from the Hokum Party Barge. Look, man, we got to.
Pew, 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 pew.
We heard you're recording that you are down for maintenance, which means that you are down to party.
Party.
And it just so happens we have a new and renovated party barge that we have just reopened, and we're looking to get the word out. So we have decided to give you shore leave on us, totally free, drinks half price for the whole crew of this facility. Come on.
Fiesta para todos.
You need us to bring the party barge to you, or would you rather come to us in orbit?
Either way it works.
Did you say your name during that announcement, or just the hokum?
I did say my name, yeah.
Okay, cool. So your hail is received, and the voice says, "Did you say Gren?"
No, I said Glenn. Glenn, man. Glenn from
All right.
the Hokum Party Barge.
Great. Your party barge looks pretty small. Is that the whole barge you've got right there?
No, we're just a greeting party, man. The party barge is in orbit because that's too much party to contain in atmosphere.
Too much.
All right. Well, we are very busy right now, but if you want to bring the party barge down here, you're welcome to land, and when we get a shift change, we'll send some guys over.
Hey, man, you're the party master.
It sounds like you're the party master, so.
No, we are the party masters. We will bring
All right.
the party barge directly to you.
Can you see the landing dock there?
I do, I imagine, right?
Yeah, it's a little,
it's the
yeah.
ramp.
Zephyr has been like stressed out and like very excited about making sure everything is perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, so they're like, cool. Land it down, and when shift change comes up, we'll send some guys out. Glenn.
All right. Well, I recommend you hydrate before you party.
Yeah, we keep everyone very hydrated. Yes. Don't tell us how to do our jobs.
No, message Zephyr and be like, bring the party barge down. They're in.
I was born for this.
And this is great because she can turn on like all the lights and the music. And
I finally
And
get
the
to do.
repeatings.
Rhino has made me promise to never do all systems go,
Oh no.
and I finally get to do all systems go.
And we still have the IBIS warning. playing.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do, but now it is also part of everything.
It's just mixed in.
We've added
In
a heat to
In a
it.
way,
Remix.
That just gives
I
me
would
an
say
idea,
it's
Zephyr.
one way to deal with it.
So since you're the jury rigging expert, Zephyr, now that we have crew coming on, we have that looping announcement, which could potentially be a problem because we're like, why is that going the whole time? And we can't stop it. So what if you were to jury rig it? Take some of the royalty-free music from the data bank, remix it, and make their announcement into a dance jam.
Already on it. I would like to do that, Mark. What do I need to roll?
I don't think you need to roll anything for that. I think that is
Yes.
that is not risky. That is just
We've
something that you
just
can do.
we've turned it. We have the same announcement, but it is in several different forms,
Right.
all very danceable.
She's cutting
So
up.
it's just kind of, it's one of those
set
things
it to
where
a
you don't
tempo.
listen to the lyrics at first.
Yeah.
It slowly
It-
dawns on you.
You should not land on a planet.
We're down for
Um,
maintenance. We're down for maintenance.
Great. So you land, and it takes several hours. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Nothing happens. And then so it's got like a big door, big bay door that's clearly like for transport ships. The Zephyr is definitely way smaller than the ships that usually land on. And again, kind of next to them are a couple comically small pairs of doors that you see, like you can see like the little light turns from red to green, and it opens up, and 2 pairs of guys in spacesuits come out either side, and they're like, I think that's it.
Hand them free drinks, like silly
And
shots.
they come up to the party barge and like, is there a gangplank or?
Yeah, there's like that little ramp that you have on like a carnival cruise. Where you, like,
Streamers.
swipe your card and oh, do you have any duty free items?
I imagine it's like a Jetson moving ramp, so people can just stand on it, like
Nice.
kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot of accommodations probably for older.
Yep.
Party
Cool.
guests.
These four guys come on, and they have four names.
No.
Wherever will you get a name?
Cool. So so they come on and they are they're not like super heavily armored or anything, but they are wearing like flak vests, sealed, atmosphere suits, and they kind of like do the and
Do we
take the
have
front
rules
part
about
off.
weapons in the party barge?
I don't think
Should we have
we
rules?
should, but
Probably. Do we have like a weapon? I imagine like a weapons locker where they could like
Yeah,
deposit
like
their
a
stuff,
coat check. We could
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can at least. I don't know that we have rules, but we like heavily offer to
A weapon
check
check?
their weapons.
Um,
You won't
they,
need those here.
I mean,
they
you know, weapons
decline
and
your
alcohol.
offers.
Okay, noted.
All right. Well, if you're going to decline the weapon check, then we can only serve you a maximum of 2 drinks.
That's fine. So they take a couple drinks. They have like looks like stun sticks and some sort of pistol shaped thing that it shoots something. Who knows what? 4 or 5, 4.
Okay,
let's see.
these are the folks that Zephyr is going to hang out with
Cool.
because I am irresistible.
Fanto. Great. So the guy you're hanging out with is named Fanto, Fanto. And
You're
Call
so
in a
funny.
Fanto?
You're so funny, Fanto. Tell me another.
and yeah, they're kind of like they're all there's a Attic, a Deather Man, Negan, and Fanto, and they are pretty. They're not like super talkative yet, but they're like, yeah, we work security at the facility. They said to come out and have a good time, so here we are.
Thank
You, the only 3. Y'all are the only 3 here.
We're the only outward facing members of this barge. Of course, to keep something like this going, if you were to notice anyone behind the scenes, I would have to fire them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This music's loud. This
Much
music's
like-
really loud.
Much like you, I know that if you were doing your job, no one notices. You must feel very unappreciated.
I don't know. I get paid pretty well, so
Oh,
I feel appreciated. And are you here to party or do you run this place?
I am here to party always.
All right. Great. We've got
Glad you
we've got
asked.
another 7 hours or so to hang out. So do you guys serve food? Do you have any food on you?
Yes.
Oh,
there's
better than that.
so many buffets on every level.
We have the random foodinator.
Yeah. Try your luck at food roulette.
This is just a bar of clay.
I bet you're smart, human. You can figure it out.
All right.
So
Cool. So
could
we've
we
got
be
these
expecting
4.
many more of you guys in here or what?
We just went where we're told, so here we are.
How many more at the
Partying.
facility so we can make sure we're stocked up with enough alcohol and food?
I mean, would that change the amount of alcohol and food you have on the ship?
Well, we should be well stocked, but we'd like to make sure it's prepared and chilled and everything, and not in the storeroom waiting to be served if we're going to be rushed by like hundreds of people versus like tens of people or whatever.
Yeah, there's not hundreds. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
So this is kind of a ways out. What brings you out here?
So not hundreds.
Well, we wanted to make it's being a promotional offer. We wanted to make it for a smaller group, so we didn't we didn't want to make a promotional offer somewhere where we're going to get like 1,000 people coming through here and running us dry for free.
And Attic is like, that's really weird. Like they told us no one knows we're out here. It's weird that you guys came out here.
Sounds like they were lying.
I mean, it's possible. They just need to know. So.
I think I broke Zephyr.
Well, we have very fine. We have some good systems on this ship, and we were near enough that we heard the broadcast coming from your beacon up there.
Oh yeah, it's up there. Oh, that's what this is. Did you guys grab the signal?
Yeah,
do
we
this
made
for
a
us?
special jam just for you.
And Deatherman is like, that's very cool. Thank you. It's they don't let us play music down there, so
It's like Rhino's counterpart.
Yeah, I'd like to relate to this guy.
What's your name?
They call me Rhino. What's yours?
Just
Death-
romantic music pushes in.
Yeah.
I'm Deatherman. It's not my real name. My real name's Dave, but everyone calls me Deatherman. It's actually on my paycheck. I mean, they don't pay us on paycheck anyway.
Dave the Deatherman.
Yeah. So you I'm sorry, like I noticed Attic was talking, but like, are you like, do you work here, or is like, it's really weird that like this is such a, like, you don't pick people up and like party around the galaxy or whatever, like you just
I just work
hang out?
security here. They don't tell me a lot about the business arrangements and the financials.
Yeah. I know what that's like. Yeah, same thing.
So that's why I have the bat with me.
Yeah, same. I got the glow stick. He like takes it
Oh,
out.
nice.
Wee, 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 wee.
Is that a Tonku stick?
No, it's just like a, they didn't say what it was. It's just like it lights up and you hit someone with it and they fall over.
Yeah, but I mean, Tonku is the company Tonku Harmonics, I think, is the company that makes those.
Oh, yeah, this is probably a knockoff. I don't know, or maybe it's from Ibis's R&D. There's no brand name on this thing, so
No
works
logo.
though. Works pretty great.
Yeah, and you know about the overcharge feature on it, right?
Nah.
Ooh. Okay. Hear me out on this. This is very exciting. If you set the intensity level in sequence from low to high,
Yeah.
and then just let it sit for a couple of seconds,
Yeah.
you'll get an overcharge electronics level from it,
Okay.
which is technically unsafe. It could make the thing catch fire in some cases, so they
I'm
don't
gonna turn it. I'll
publicize
turn
the
it back down
feature.
then. That's okay.
But if you need an overcharged Tonku, glow stick, then it comes through in a pinch.
Yeah, they usually don't want us to use lethal force, so that's I'll
Oh.
probably leave it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys get a lot of like intruders or something you got to deal with out here?
Why don't you make a hunt roll?
I do like that they have both been told that they're working security and that nobody knows that they're there.
I think you can definitely take 2 for a negotiation, probably, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Do you think negotiation's good for that, or
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
do you want to use your flappy hat?
Oh, I forgot we had all of these things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to use this stuff more often. But no, I feel like negotiations more
Cool.
apropos in this moment.
Let's get those 2 dice.
How about a 2 and a 3?
A 2 and a 3.
Wow.
Great. You encounter something terrible.
Yeah, I had to have
So
I've rolled 2
what was the-
6s, had to come to an end at some point.
what was the question?
I was like,
You get a
oh,
lot
so,
of
I was like,
intruders.
wow, y'all, I mean, y'all have to deal with a lot of like intruders out here?
Who wants to know? And this is
Me. Glenn.
Negan. Glenn.
Well, yeah, I mean, you were saying, cause you were talking about weapons and stuff, but yet you're also saying like nobody's supposed to know you're here. So like, I just didn't, like, why would
He
the need for
waves
such
Deatherman
force?
over. He's like, D, come over here. Is this the guy? Yeah. Glenn. It's been a lot of questions.
Hey man, we're just making party conversation.
Cool. You know a guy named Sutter?
Should I?
Yeah. Said he worked with someone named Gren who sounded a lot like you.
Sutter, huh?
Yeah, said he
Sutter
fucked
said-
him on a smuggling deal.
Sutter fucked Grin on a smuggling deal?
No, other way around.
Oh.
And he pulls out a little data
Smuggling
pad. He's like,
deal.
"This is you, right?" It's got like a picture of like you and your buddy from. And you're like, here's our load of shit that we smuggled.
That's crazy how much that looks. People tell me I look a lot like Sam Rockwell as well.
I don't know who that is.
It was an old movie star back in the day.
Cool.
Anyway, I mean, I had that face. People tell me I look like a lot of people.
Yeah, I think. Hey, Attic, Fanto, why don't you keep partying? And Glenn, why don't you come in and meet our friend? We can party inside. I'll bring a couple bottles.
All right.
They had
want-
a
you
two
want,
drink minimum with the guns.
You want Rhino to like bring a keg in?
No, they can stay here.
All right. Cool. Love to meet this
And they kinda like-
dude.
Get behind you, and like they don't push you, but they're just like.
Hey, this is great, guys. I get to see the facility.
Yeah, come on in. And they kind of hustle you out.
What do I
assume
have?
you probably put a. What kind of spacesuit apparatus do you have on the ship?
No.
I would I would actually maybe since my fancy hat has a adjustable brim.
maybe
I
it's a
figure I could probably go.
It's got a little,
have a little
Star
face
Lord
shield
thing on
too,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. Boop, grrr.
I mean, it is a
Um,
fancy hat.
It is a fancy hat. Sweet. And you probably need some protection from the vacuum as well.
Yeah, sure.
So they're like, suit up, let's go. And they
All
hustle
right.
you down the ramp.
It's cool. I've never seen a medical facility before. A space
Yeah, it's
facility.
pretty cool inside.
Hey, what do y'all do here? This
Uh,
seems cool, man.
Rhino, Zephyr, they're hustling.
Yeah, I'm
Ran
trying
away.
to.
And I'm looking for things to hand Grin, and I have a hedgehog. I have super glue. I
Give
have
him a titanium crowbar.
yeah. Should we insist on going? Well, I guess someone should stay here. We shouldn't insist on going.
I was
with them.
wondering if there was some sort of piece of electronics we could slip into Gren's hands or something, but I don't know how that would help necessarily. Yeah. Or if there's like a tracker that would help or something like that.
Right?
mean,
Just
I
his
can-
communicator would be if you're like, be like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could probably follow in space undetected because I'm a tardigrade. That's my only power, and I will use it as much as I can.
Powers activate.
when you move to leave, Santo kind of like puts his hand like on the crease of your hip above your like right thigh, like kind of pushes you back down. Says, "No, we're having a good time here. Let's hang out some more."
Me? He touched me without asking?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have a really lengthy and boring conversation about consent.
Great. He's super into it.
I'm ready.
Rhino, what about you? You're deep in conversation with Attic, I think.
Oh, Attic at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking to
Yeah, Deatherman left
Went
with
off.
What?
Negan.
No, how would they get married?
only in fanfic.
I'll catch you later, bro.
I was about to show him my hand blown penguin.
You know what I mean?
Puts the penguin back here. Sorry, a blown glass penguin that I will never find any use for.
Oh, except for courting.
Okay, so I'm talking to Antic or Attic. Let's see, do I have anything? Yeah, I don't have any skills that are any use here. Yeah, I guess he asks what, maybe he's saying, oh, what did Glenn do this time? Assuming that he said something offensive or something.
It's just our boss thinks he's an old friend. Wanted to have a talk with him.
Oh.
Cool. So they
Yeah, sorry.
so Detherman and Negan hustle Gren through some of the doors. They like just swipe their wrists. They don't have any like cards or anything. And in and
So we need to chop off a hand of somebody.
I think you're inside. I think that that completes the set goal. You did it.
Oh no! What at what cost?
We
At what
achieved
cost?
it.
We win. We win.
We're gonna have Heath make a new character.
That's fine. That's the nature of the game.
Great. And you didn't
Surprised
go
we've
through
all
any
lasted
maintenance
this long.
So this is the last set. This is the facility, and the set
Oh
goal
my.
is find tricks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Justice Evans.
I just assume he'll be attracted to the party.
So he leads you in into the building, and it is just like a series of like a little bit too long hallways. There's like a spaceship bay in the front part where they open up and they kind of walk you through. It's empty. There's no ship, but there's like scaffolding and like a couple like fuel cases over here and some like maybe empty cargo boxes hanging around there. And they're just like this way, and they hustle you into a little bit too long corridor and walk you for what feels like a little bit too long. It might be sloping down, it's hard to say, but you're definitely underground. And there's they like in the middle of a sort of nondescript hallway. It's a brightly lit concrete, relatively quiet given the echoes, and there's just a metal door with a grate on it with a little kind of like they have on a like it almost looks like a prison cell thing, just says Sutter on it. And one of them kind of like swipes his hand, pushes the door open, and says, "It's all you." And gives you like a little shove inside.
Oh, you're not coming in?
No.
All right, cool.
Bang.
Good. Less people in here.
And the guy hanging out in a sort of old office chair looking thing. There's a couple cabinets, a couple of weapon racks, and he. What does your old buddy Sutter look like?
My old buddy Sutter. I think he's a heavier guy, not like necessarily fat, but he's big. He's big.
Yeah,
dude.
he's built.
He's bald. He's bald, but he has a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and yeah. Back when I knew him, anyway, he always dressed pretty nice. I don't know if in his new role, if he has a uniform.
It's not a uniform, but it's like
his personal taste.
He's kind of like prison warden with some personal flair aesthetic. What on him makes you think that he has gotten some sort of biotech augmentation since you last met him? What about him?
I think because he always wears his shirts pretty open, pretty low, and so I think you can just like catch a glimpse of like the edge of what might be an arm implant, kind of peeking out of his shirt.
Nice.
Where it falls open a little bit.
Cool. And yeah, he just like swivels around on the chair and says, fewer.
It says what?
Fewer people.
Oh, I didn't say that out loud. Or
here.
maybe I did. I was thinking that.
We now know what his implant does.
Yeah, right, exactly. Sutter.
Gren, what are you doing here? And where's my money?
Well, Sutter, that is why I came here, because with my new venture, I thought I would try to extend an olive branch to you by bringing in a free party barge. I don't expect that to like clear up the debt or anything. I just hoped maybe that would open talks and make you at least a little bit, maybe me extending the olive branch, trying to make it right by starting off with free party barge cruise for you and everybody here.
I hope that when you say free party barge, you
Uh-huh.
mean you brought me a ship.
Well, it's
you'll
not my
leave.
ship. I'm
I'd never
haunted.
stopped you before.
Well, I mean, look, I can't give away somebody else's ship. Look, through this new venture, we should make enough money. I'll be able to pay you back in no time.
You making money is not my problem. You making money is your problem. I got something going on here.
Really,
And
you're
I don't
doing
need
well.
low lifes like you coming around and fucking it up for me.
I mean, I was just trying to give you a free party.
Tell you what we'll do.
What are we gonna do? Son?
You got that fancy hat still, right?
My fancy hat?
Yeah,
It's it got a little fancier.
great. Tell you what we'll do.
What do we do?
We'll take your ship and you can walk home.
That's not my ship.
Doesn't sound like my problem.
Mm.
I'm about to be your problem.
So it's just me and him in this room currently, right?
Yeah.
Fight.
Sutter.
We can overhear
man.
it, right? Because he's got
Yeah, you can totally hear it 'cause it's got the thing
I
on.
feel like Grant is starting to swim.
Look,
Or
That's
Zephyr
not-
is.
that doesn't benefit you.
What doesn't benefit
Oh,
you?
sorry, Zephyr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a
Look.
free ship.
Yeah.
That'll start to
Okay.
pay off what you owe me. Or we can make another deal and I can take the money out of you a different way.
Look, if you take the ship, I have no way to make money. Therefore, you don't get any more money. You can kill me, you still won't get more money. If you just let us keep the ship going, then I will actually be able to pay you back. Now, if you would just rather have me dead than get paid back, that's your prerogative. But
I guess so. And he reaches for the weapon rack, puts a thumb up,
well,
and pulls out like a big shotgun looking thing.
yeah.
I
I would say as soon as he
instead
starts,
of racking it, flicks it on. It just lights up blue.
I mean, honestly, as soon as I saw him start reaching,
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I think my biotech plasma would be discharged in his direction.
Nice.
Oh,
Let's do that then.
It's my
let me
opportunity.
Grab him here. Good. Let's see, where is he?
Because I want to get.
Ooh, boy. All right.
It's like he's gonna reach. I'm gonna shoot.
Cool. So this is a combat roll.
Oh no.
So you're the only one there. How are you exposing yourself to injury or attack?
And is this something that could happen, or how does it? I mean, what am I?
Something that
phrasing
could happen, yeah. Like what about your attack is
Well,
leading you
because
open?
it's kind of so in the moment, so sudden,
Mhm.
and I'm discharging my biotech. So I don't really have adequate time to prepare. It might be okay, or it might like throw me off balance and kind of basically, stun me for not, but it,
Cool.
mechanically, if it were talking like battle things, stunned for a
Ricochet.
round, that kind of thing, because I
Sweet.
didn't have time to really prepare to discharge my plasma.
Cool. Roll one die. That'll be your weak point.
One die. 4.
4. So if any dark dice come up 4, you'll take some burn. So we'll do one dark die for each bounty hunter involved in the attack. That is you.
Just
I think this first
No.
round will give you a bonus dark die for the plasma.
Element of
Let's roll 2 dice.
Oh, okay.
two dark dice.
He's got an endurance of 10. So,
God.
The 2 dice together should be 10 or better.
Okay, and these are both dark dice, right?
And if either
Oh,
one comes up
no.
before, you get burned.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. Hey, look, a 4.
There's a 4
Oh.
and a 9. Great. So you're gonna take a burn. You can mark armor to ignore that burn if you want to.
I'll save it till I have to.
Right.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
figure why use it if I don't have to use it? 'Cause
Yeah.
I might really need it.
I think he probably he knew about this plasma thing you have, either because you had it before or because he heard stories about you since then in the course of trying to track you down.
Oh,
And
no.
so reaching for the shotgun thing was probably kind of a feint
Right.
intended to make you charge up. And as you do that, he kind of like swoops around, grabs your arm, and points it to the ceiling. And your plasma blast sort of like, because you didn't have a chance to charge up properly, just sort of crackles and like sears a bunch of your arm. It's not great for you.
No, it's definitely
That is bad. So you take a burn for that.
Yeah. Which I did.
Cool. And yeah, do you wish to continue the attack?
See, could you use your laser whip?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
There's lots of things I could do. It's just
Oh, sorry.
because I also
Or
have my
space cudgel.
I also still have my phantasm projector thing too.
Oh,
So there's options here,
yeah.
just not many good ones.
So if you're attacking again, you get an extra dark die for every round that you fight. So again, you'll be rolling 2 dice this time, and you keep the same weak point.
Wait, so that's because last time I had an extra for my
Biotech.
Yeah, for the
biotech. So this time it's just 2 straight up. Gotcha.
Yep.
And does the combat equipment affect anything? Like, does my laser hydro whip affect any of this?
that lets you attack.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to engage in combat really. If you
Yeah.
had something.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
All
what's
right,
what's gonna happen?
let's do
I
it.
die.
Oh, no.
So
you get knocked
these
out.
are-
Yeah,
These are 2 dark dice again.
2 dice. Yep, you want to get 10 or better if you can.
And no force.
Same weak point.
Yep, same weak point.
That persists, right? That's all. None of that's good. I mean, at
Yeah,
least I didn't
all
get a
right.
weak point.
You don't take burn. Tell me. Tell me how you're attacking him.
Well, he's got my arm up.
Yeah.
And so I think at that point I've reached out and I've whipped out my laser hydro whip, cranked it on to full 9 tails.
What?
And then but the thing is, like, for grappling, I can't really get a good, like, I try to kind of swing it around at him, but I don't really get much.
Yeah, I think as he
Inertia.
does that, he kind of like slides his hand down your other hand and does the thing where he like puts both of his arms around your forearms and kind of like cinches you up like that. So like both of your arms are kind of like that.
Okay.
Oh.
Great. Let's pop back to Zephyr and Rhino for a second before we. So these guys are like super blandly chatting you, just to keep you there.
I
You
think
can
somehow Rhino
this
has
happening.
gotten on the topic of talking about the proletariat and major electronics corporations,
Yeah, that's why I don't
He's
work with
just-
security for electronics anymore.
going deep into detail about it.
Oh, this feels
But
like
you can definitely
Rhino's
hear like
territory.
a bad thing happening.
And I can hear my ship being in danger.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that I am like talking with Rhino and I'm like, you got this. Like, can you keep this boring carousel going?
Yeah. And so yeah, it's his job now to try and get everybody into the conversation.
And so
Do you want to try it? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna like check in with Rhino first and be like, I'm gonna go help Red because I think
Oh,
Red
yeah.
needs help,
And-
but like just want to make sure you can keep whatever the fuck is going on here going because this is a terrible party.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I would want to think that maybe some corporation that they've referred to, or maybe some trouble with the local authorities, Rhino knows secrets about that.
Mhm.
He's like, oh,
Mm.
bet you didn't hear what happened to the local precinct chair.
Ooh, gossip time.
No,
Zephyr,
I
are you
couldn't tell
making
you.
are you making some other excuse to like, oh, I need to get freshen the drinks or do whatever.
Yeah.
Cool, Rhino. Let's do a risk roll for you. I think
Oh,
the
no.
secrets is a good thing.
Okay.
So you can take a die for your secrets. What could go wrong if this doesn't work out? You're hoping they're gonna stick around and let Zephyr
Yeah,
get
I'm
away,
just trying to keep them in the conversation. I'm thinking the main thing that goes wrong is I reveal some secret about somebody that one of them is personally connected to.
right? Oh, nice.
Or they follow me.
Yeah, I think that the most obvious thing is
Oh yeah,
they
sorry.
they don't. But no, yeah, that's also a great addition. Heath, do you have anything to add there?
That maybe before all this happened with me and Sutter, maybe he'd already relayed orders to them to take the ship.
Oh shit. I will keep all these in mind.
Oh god.
So you have one light die for secrets. You could take another light die for accepting a call of the void. And what's the thing that might happen, win or lose? I think
One of them like is really enamored with Rhino and won't leave Rhino alone.
Oh no.
I think so. That wouldn't necessarily happen if he fails the roll, because they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, we have to go after Zephyr."
Oh, sorry. I just
No,
thought it'd
that's
be
great.
Hilarious.
That is hilarious. I think maybe something that happens is they or one of them goes off to rummage for more snacks and food, and you have to break open some supplies to refill your food,
Mm,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
right.
yeah.
and they'll
We
take
have
one of
to
those.
Eat some of our protein bars. Shaped in the
Okay.
cakes.
Yeah, are we okay with my accepting that call of the void?
Yeah.
Unless someone has something else, yeah.
Do what
Cool.
you gotta do.
Game's all about risk, man.
Rhino, are you willing to risk your mind or body, or somehow work in your biotech?
Oh, what is my biotech? It's just chitinous skin, right?
Yeah.
My burn is 4. And what am I trying to roll?
You want to
6?
roll a 6 on your highest die,
On the highest die.
and a 4 and 5 you'll succeed, but there'll be a complication.
Okay, okay. I mean, and then if the black die is the highest, then
Yeah, if it's the highest and higher than your current burn.
I think
oh, then my
it's
burn, which
easiest
is 4.
to assume that things will go wrong.
Yeah, it's like, man, this gives brutal 5 out of 6 chance of things going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just head barrel into danger.
And is it okay if I don't risk my mind or body on this?
That's fine with
Absolutely.
us. We like
Yeah.
your mind and body.
Mhm.
Cool. So just 2 light dice straight up.
Okay, rolling 2 dice, 5 and a 5.
Nice. Great.
Ooh,
You succeed, but there's some sort of complication.
that ain't bad.
That one of them
so-
is now in love with me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But your call of the void does happen. So Fanto's, I think Fanto was talking to Zephyr, and he's like, "Hang on, I'm gonna go get some more snacks. Point me to the storeroom."
It's over there.
Great, I'll go get some stuff. And he's gonna go break into the storage, trade one of your supplies to fill up all your food, and take one of those food.
Not our nachos.
Hey, man, well, at least
Yeah.
you filled up our food for us. So, I mean,
And so he's off doing that, and Attic is deep in proletariat conversation with Rhino, and Zephyr can sneak away. What is the complication? What is the complication?
So not only am I helping out Zephyr, I'm raising consciousness among
That's
these
right.
workers at Ibis. That may be my goal now.
Yeah.
It doesn't even get dental.
Oh yeah, so you in the course of the conversation,
Yeah.
Attic is like, yeah, this is why I don't work for corporations anymore. Like, they just like fuck you over, and they don't give like, this is like a, I don't want to say a family operation, if you know what I mean, but like they're they're kind of off the books with IBIS, right? So we're not really beholden to any of the corporate bullshit that IBIS does. We kind of, I mean, we're so far out. We kind of, I mean, and he's had a couple drinks at this point. It's like just between you and me, like,
yeah.
some of the money we make goes back to IBIS, but most of it is off the books, and they pay like so much. Do you know how much body parts go for these days? It's ridiculous. They just, I'm sorry.
God.
Yeah, it's I can't really share any details, but like if a guy like you wanted to sign up with a place like this, I bet you could be in a second. I mean,
Yeah,
you
no,
wouldn't
tell
be
me
able to.
more.
Yeah.
Is there an application I can fill out? Or?
Yeah. And when we're done hanging out, we can go back and talk to. I guess we talk to Sutter and
Now,
see
I
what
have some
he's up
issues
to.
with cutting up bodies. Is that going to be part of the gig?
I mean, you don't have to cut him up. You just have to. Well, just turn a blind eye.
Look me up on spacelinkedin.com.
Gren, you are enmeshed in combat.
Yeah.
If you wish to continue, you'll get another die, so you'll be rolling 3 dice.
I'm continuing because I've got an idea.
All right, what's your idea?
I love so he's currently basically got me in like an arm lock, right?
Yeah, so like
he's
your
in
arms
front
are
of
kind
me.
of like this in front of you, and he's like.
So we're basically we're face to face, right? Like just in each other's faces. You know what I'm gonna do?
Bonk.
Boink, and extend the brim of my fancy extendable brim hat.
Nice. Cool. Roll your 3 dice. Hope none of them are 4s.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Nice. Boom. So that's a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, which is not a 10. But you don't take any burn.
And I just get to revel in a stylish ass move.
Yeah, you totally headbutt him, and as the brim extends, it just like cuts him across the face. He starts bleeding into his eyes, and kind of like lets you go and staggers back, and he's like grabbing around, like he's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking murder you now. I don't care how much you get backed up. I'll let the doctors worry about that. Zephyr, you can hear all this. You can hear him being threatened with being cut up, even though he's mangled. And you could probably track him down. Since you rolled a 6 in there, so I'm going to say that Zephyr can get to you before the next round starts.
Oh wow!
And assuming you are just like tardigrated up, not putting a spacesuit on, and just running there. So
he said he was going to take her ship.
Yeah. So you could basically, like, if you want to, just like bash open the door, and the 2 of you can gang up on him.
That is what I would like to do.
All right. When you're attacking him, how are you exposing yourself to harm or risk? Or injury or attack?
I'm trying to figure out how Zephyr. So Zephyr doesn't usually fight these days, but is a practice fighter from gladiator days, but tends to go low and just try to like barrel people over.
I mean, you do
if the other person strength. But if the other person also goes low, it's bad.
Oh, nice, cool. Cool. So roll 1 die to find your weak point.
Why do I have so many tabs? Always. There we are. 1 die?
Yep.
I rolled a 4.
Hey,
great. So you both have a 4. Actually, I think you have to have different weak points. Let me see.
No, both of us have buttholes as our weak points.
Let's see.
Sounds possibly familiar, like
a
couple weeks since I read it.
Oh no, yeah, you both have it. Great, so you're both on 4. So you get an extra die for the next round of combat, which is 4, and then another one for Zephyr. So you'll be rolling 5 dice.
Damn.
Whoever wants to roll that. And 4s are bad.
Okay, 4s are bad.
But we get 5 dice.
I haven't fought before, so I'm rolling 5.
Yeah, roll 5.
Don't roll a 4.
Don't roll 4s.
Well,
there's a 4. All right.
I'm sorry.
But
I
you've got
rolled
a 5
4.
and a 5. You got a 5 and a 5, and that's a 10.
And
So
I could activate my personal force shield
you
so
can
that I don't get taken out.
knocked out. Yeah. You want to do
Yeah, you
Damn
should do
right.
that.
that?
So
Great.
while she's
So-
attacking him, I'm like activating my force shield just in time.
nice. Checked off. Great. So
I do like a little. I do like a little roll, like a little armadillo. I
Cool,
turn into
so-
like a little weird armadillo.
he's
Really
he's
cool.
reaching for the weapon rack. You kind of like roll into his legs and sweep him down.
Break his
How
knees.
does what does your attack look like?
I roll into like a little armadillo ball into people.
Yeah. And then Heath, what does your finishing move look like?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
In addition to just like activating my force shield.
Yeah,
What
because
is the
that's
attack?
taking the blow. What's your
Yeah,
attack
yeah.
look like? Yeah.
Well, I still have my fully activated laser whip of 9 tails out.
Mm.
So now
Nice.
I got the room since she's knocked him away to really just give that a swing and
Nice.
just 9 lashes across his front, all contacting head to
Nice.
toe, just like
Cool. So she does that. She knocks him away like a bowling pin. You leap forward with the whip and scrape across there, and he just kind of like you scrape his what's the thing that you wear, uniform off, and his like he's got like full on like from here probably like mid chest to here, his arm is just solid metal, and he kind of like as he's going down lunges at you and like lands one right in your solar plexus, and that activates your personal shield, and so you don't get damage from that. He just kind of like puts his arm over one of your shoulders, puts his flesh arm over one of your shoulders, and he's just like slumped down. He's like, okay, fine. Let's. I don't know what. Tell me what you need.
And did Zephyr take burn off of that?
Zephyr, did you take burn
should
off
have,
that?
right? Yeah, we
Yes.
both.
I rolled a 4, so
Yeah.
I should, right?
Yeah. So are you up to 4 burn? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So just to make it nice and dramatic and threatening because I can, and to use my items, I'm going to whip out my countdown timer. I'm going to set it for 10.
Oh shit!
I'm going to be like, tell me where I can find Justice Evans. Click. 9. And then it's just kind of swinging my whip around. 8.
I have my glue out.
So you have 4 hunt tokens between you. If you want to use 3, he will tell you. He will tell you.
Give us your shit.
We got to use our hunt tokens from the tell us.
You don't have to, but if you do, he will tell you right now.
If we have hunt tokens left over at the end, we can spend them on things, or
Yeah, you can basically find treasure with them.
I am always
valuables.
fine to spend mine, but I also honor and respect that other people, especially
At-
Heath, don't like spending
Well,
them
no, I'm
ever.
just waiting at this point because this is the last set.
Mhm.
So after
Ooh.
this, we're going back to the station. And if
And
we don't
getting
have enough
7
stuff to pay
credits.
off all of our our burdens,
You're
then we
right.
get bounties put on us.
Mark is trying to trick us. It's
So
like
how much-
Mark
I-
doesn't want us to win.
As far
How
as
much
I
is-
know, if I understand, like this will probably be our last chance. Like I don't think we'll be getting any more.
Or I mean, unless you do some more investigation, then you will.
how much burden do we have?
I've got 3, but
Oh, burden is 9 total, it looks like.
Yeah, and Heath
And
has
then
got
we-
3 credits
Yeah,
worth of
I've-
stuff.
and I've got enough items to sell that I can cover my burdens.
And we would get 7 credits for the bounty.
For bringing him back alive. Yeah.
So we should beat the
Oh, okay,
shit
so
out
that
of this
is
guy
good.
and take his stuff.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
I don't want to do it. I don't like fighting.
Yeah, so he's like watches and as the counter goes down to 1, he like spits at you and just like slumps onto the floor.
Hmm.
Fucker.
Could I like stab him with my trident?
Yeah, do you want to kill him?
Is that okay
Can
with
we
you? Gra-
steal his arm? I
Oh, do
Oh,
we
yeah.
just want his arm? I'll just stab his
want to
arm.
get that
Okay.
guy's arm.
Rhino is in my ear, being like, "Give me that arm."
Yeah. I want that guy's arm.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Rhino? Rhino
Apparently-
baby gets what Rhino baby wants.
This is a facility meant for taking people apart, apparently. I mean, I guess I don't know that.
Well, this
if
might
you-
not be as sterile as they're used to.
Yeah, it's gonna be real messy if you take his arm here. So
Yeah, let's do it.
you can if you want to. I would probably kill him first to avoid screaming if that's the thing you want to do.
The screaming is what we're worried about.
I
I
mean-
was a gladiator.
He's not the only.
I love screaming.
All right, great.
I have
Um,
retired from screaming, but
So
I am
this
no stranger to it.
this metal part goes like across the front of his chest. You'd have to take like his rib cage out as well. Do you want to just try and remove the arm, or are you just like cutting it in half?
I'm just gonna try to pry that part off.
Okay,
Just like
great.
kind of get in the ribs and just like.
Oh, you're gonna
in.
pry the whole thing off, like pry.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's what Rhino wants.
All right.
Why did I
So,
ask for this?
Metal arm and torso.
I love getting my friends presents that I know that they'll want.
I feel like while she is doing this, I'm probably like trying to search his desk for like if there's personnel records,
just
trying to
Yeah,
figure out where
There's something actually useful.
where justice is. I mean, I'm like, she's got the arm thing covered. I'm gonna try to find
I'm
her
Yeah.
distracting
our
him.
target.
You are. He screams a lot and then not at all before too long.
Oh no, did he die?
Yeah, you're cutting his torso in half.
Oh, I forget. Oh well.
Gren, could you make a hunt roll for me?
I thought this would just come off.
And that's
No,
just,
I mean,
Well,
That's
it
just two
did.
dice.
you'll roll 1 and 1 if you can bring in a skill or piece of equipment. Hiding is probably good. I think that works.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you're
so
right.
2 dice.
4 and a 1. I mean,
4 and a 1. It's a 4. You get a hunt token and something terrible happens. More than what is happening in the
Yeah,
office right now.
Now something bad happened.
Now something horrible to you happens.
Oh,
Um, so he has, there's he doesn't have a desk. He's not a desk kind of guy, but there's a terminal and there's no paper files, but there's a file cabinet with there's a bottle of booze in there and a couple of pistols and some random shit he has. But you can as you're trying to distract yourself from the screaming and squelching and cutting and prying noises.
I'm sorry. I just get like
You're able to get into terminal and actually get into it. And there's a manifest, and the manifest is kind of tagged in 2 ways, sort of let's say red and green. And there's a bunch of green names, and they're kind of interspersed. But one of the red names is our friend Justice Evans,
probably not.
and it has a location code.
I don't like this red. They might have already chopped him up. But
Oh,
And
no.
try
this
to find
is taking a while, I think, pulling the torso apart. So
I'm sorry. I thought his arm would just come off.
and no biotech. It's part of your body. It's
Oh my god.
like my
We're having this conversation.
it's like my plasma arm.
You know
here.
what? Like with
Built-
with your
built in.
we have a really detailed conversation where I'm like, with yours, I can see that. Like yours seems very integrated. Mine seems very integrated. Rhinos, chitinous stuff seems really part of the body. This I thought was I'm sorry. I
It's
it's connected to his spinal cord, so he can move it, and you basically have to just cut him in
What was
I
all the
mean,
screaming
look.
that I heard?
half.
Hey, well,
And Addict's like,
Arm
what?
yet?
What's screaming?
one less person I owe money to.
You're welcome.
Got that going for us.
Yeah. So Attic is asking me what the screaming is.
Yeah. What's screaming?
I think Glenn is in some kind of trouble. Should I go in and check on him?
No, he's in some kind of trouble, but don't worry about it.
Wait.
You said you wanted a job, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if I need to help Glenn, I should.
Where's your friend?
Yeah, just
Friend
heard his
Meanwhile.
There's probably like a vibro machete on the wall. You're gonna have to use click it on, it's like a carving up a turkey that is alive with a.
Why are you doing this to me, Mark? You could
You're
have
the
made this.
one.
You could have
Yeah.
made this easier.
Technically,
You want me
this is my
to. You
fault.
want me to suffer. I just wanted to
I'm
get
gonna
my
run to the
rhino
bathroom
a
real quick.
present.
Okay, cool,
I'll be right back.
cool.
I just wanted to get my friend a present. Simple.
Oh, no.
Zephyr is a
Yeah.
little damaged.
So yeah, Attic is asking Rhino where your friend went off to.
Okay. So I have to concoct some sort of lie for this.
Rhino, master storyteller.
Well, if I know one thing about Zephyr, it's that Zephyr really cares about Glenn, and
Glenn, you can
If-
say
if-
Glenn.
Glenn.
We know
if they
we know
thought-
who he is.
If they
It's
thought
okay.
Glenn was in trouble, then
Gren, we know it's Gren. We know
then
who it
maybe
is.
they've gone trying to figure out what happened. I mean, I'm trying to get a job. If you tell me to get a job, I need to ignore Glenn, then
Gren.
I can do that. But Zephyr, they go by
Hey,
their own
Fanto, drop those Cheez-Its. Fanto, where,
Don't drop
Jesus?
them, those are precious.
Fanto, find the other one. Go. Echo's trying to get in on the action.
Damn right.
I have to turn off the sprinklers.
Oh no. So Atticus is like kind of like squares himself up with you and like locks eyes and is like, look, you want the job or not? Right now, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, come with me.
Okay.
No, we're gonna have to rescue Rhino from a job.
Put your suit on. Put the suit on. You gotta. What do you got there? Bring that bat. You're gonna need it.
Okay.
How much they paying you here?
It varies depending on the job. Really, it's not really a payment sort of system. It's more like
So it's
we all
not
have
steady.
equal partners in this. So it's not so much a hierarchy as he keeps putting on. Because I'm not saying we're anarcho-syndicalist or anything, but
I'm just saying, give me a number, and we'll give you more than that.
okay. And he just invents a number like
Great. I'll talk with.
5,000 credits a year.
Could Rhino make us all our burden money right now?
I'll
We just have like
I'll
a
talk
side
with-
quest where you like do paperwork for a while.
let's go in, talk to Sutter, and we'll get you all hooked up. And
Okay.
the other guy, Fanto, has like grabbed his shit, and he's like, "Oh no, I lost them," and he's like, but like looking around, like looking behind
Phantom
crates.
Now the only one aboard the ship.
No, he's outside. He's like, okay, maybe they went inside, maybe not. He's like looking around crates and like just like making sure that Zephyr's not hiding anywhere.
Oh, no.
And Attic's just like, come on, let's go. Swipes you in. We're gonna go talk to Sutter.
Who's Sutter?
Should we do a weekend at Bernie's thing?
At this point, you probably have the arm off, and you are covered in blood and insides. The office is a slaughterhouse.
Yes!
Abattoir.
This ought to
I'm back!
This ought to be good too. It's ought to be good to-
hear the chant of the crowd in their ears.
Hopefully, this will be good to intimidate others into not messing with us. You should go first, probably.
Kill, 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 kill.
This is where we're going, Zephyr. You go
Got it.
first.
Going.
Yeah, I think
Murder, kill, kill.
as Zephyr opens the door, Attic and Rhino are coming down the hallway, and Attic just like looks at you and grabs his whatever the sidearm is and goes to take a shot.
Okay. So
What are you all doing?
I have inertial nullifier chainmail.
Armor. It's good.
And,
Wait,
and I
who
also have a
is
trident.
Attic taking a shot at?
He's taking a shot at the one who's covered in his boss's blood.
Fair.
Ah,
Well, he
Coming out of his
doesn't know
boss's
whose blood it is.
You don't know that
True,
from
you don't know
looking
whose
at
blood
me.
that
The
is.
person chanting "kill, kill, kill,"
Yeah,
walking
Fair.
out of
I-
his boss's office.
this is why I don't do this anymore.
Maybe she had just taken a job dismembering bodies. here.
Kill, murder. That's why I try to just relax these days.
Rhino's the closest one, and you're behind him. Do you want to do anything about that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Um,
I have the
let's-
bat with me and the titanium crowbar.
Do we
yeah, I think both of
sandwich
those
him and
start off with that'll give you a light die to start off with. What I assume you want him to not shoot Zephyr. What could go wrong?
nothing?
Nothing could
This is
go
a plan
wrong.
with no
It's
drawbacks.
I like that answer.
That I damage the weapon and it explodes, hurting both of us really badly.
Ooh, I like that one.
That
I don't mind.
what else? Other things that can go wrong, or
You try to get in front of the shot, and he hits you instead.
yeah, that sounds like.
Or he
another
just
bad thing.
deflect. He knocks it over and it hits me instead.
No. I don't
Um,
want these other options where you guys
cool.
get hurt.
I'll keep those in mind.
Oh
Um,
god.
Shoot me instead.
Would you like to? Oh, he is shooting you.
I know, but if it messes up, it's gonna hit my friends.
So I knock it off course. It aims towards Gren. You jump
Yeah.
it.
Back at me, duck season.
He knocks it into a more vital area, and he get 2 burn instead.
Bang! You can take another light die for taking a Call of the Void. That would happen, win or lose. I think the most obvious thing for me would be for the general alarm to be raised and more guards to come.
Oh, these damn alarms.
Oh
Um,
So
man.
many alarms.
Do
in this
either of you
game.
have better Calls of the Void to offer?
That Rhino does end up working for them
Win or
and
lose?
has to pretend to work for them while not actually being there.
I don't know how that would work out.
I don't know. I haven't
We're
thought
just
it.
spitballing here.
That's good, yeah.
I thought there were no bad ideas, Barbara.
Oh man. So
This this little delay is enough that by the time like that the other guards catch up, so then they're all here.
Mhm.
I know it's just that one with him, right?
Oh yeah. So that,
like the other 2 could. I got a bug flying around here. Bucket.
oh okay.
I'm flagging for help. But
Cool.
yeah, so
Do
the other
Any of
one
those
showed up.
sound good?
Oh, like. Oh man.
And you can also add a dark die by risking mind or body.
And I'm at a burn of 4. So I have 1 die right now, and I need to get 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you do still have your defensive item that in case.
It's only for
Yeah, that would keep me off of 6.
Yeah, exactly. Just in case.
I don't know. I want to hear what everyone else thinks, but I'm not very interested story-wise in getting a whole bunch more guards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it could work, but
you can just take your dark die and see what happens. Yeah.
yeah, I think I'll risk that I'll somehow get injured by the thing. Well, except if I do that, like the risk here is basically that Zephyr gets 1 burn if that hit hits, right?
Yeah.
So if I risk mind and body, that means I'm rolling a dark die, and if the dark die is higher, then I get the hit instead.
If the dark die is the highest in the roll and it is over your current burn.
Oh, okay. And my burn is 4.
Yeah.
So it would
Do
have
we
to be
get-
a 5 or 6.
Do we get
basically. So-
additional dice for having all 3 of us here, or is that?
No, that's just for combat. This is a risk roll.
Oh, this is got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm min-maxing this so much, you guys.
I thought this was a combat roll. That's what I was.
Oh no.
And if both dice, if the light and dark dice are equal, and
Dark
it's
dice
higher
roll.
than my burn, then I get hit.
Yep.
Okay, so 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 5. 1/3 times 3, so I have a 1/4 chance.
Okay, but we
Okay.
also forgot that I got you a robot arm.
That's
That's
true.
true. Okay, so I'm definitely doing this. I'll risk my body in doing so.
Okay,
And
cool. So
I'll
that's 2 dice, 1
roll
light,
I
one
two
just
dark.
dice.
meant that you should like use it. You should put it on.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2, 4 and a 5. The
I
5
think
is
you
a
can just
dark
put it
die,
on.
so
And that is above your current burn, so you do take a
yep, so I
burn.
do take a burn.
So
Welcome to
I
the
think
burn
that is
club.
I think that is the complication.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me how he damages you instead of
Oh God. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the burn instead of. Well,
the armor is just for combat rolls, not for risk rolls.
yeah, but I was thinking of the chitinized skin dragon skill.
Oh, so this is another thing you can do. Oh no, it's not right. It is the highest one. Never mind. Continue.
Okay.
If the dark die wasn't the highest, you could add another dark die in your roll. But the
Oh,
dark die
okay.
is your highest now.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so-
how? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I can't use my biotech to get out of this, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, we could even say that you were using it to as your dark die too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I try to yank the weapon away. I like the problem we were talking about before, where I hit the weapon with my bat, and then you just hear this high pitched scream, and then blows his
Oh,
phone.
yeah. And as it goes scree, he's like, overload mode. Bam! And that was a 5 was your highest, right?
My highest die was a 5. My burn was a
Cool.
4. I've upped my burn to 5.
Cool. So the complication
Living
I
on
think
the
is going to be
edge.
relatively mild. I think the complication is that it was very noisy.
Oh God, and we get all-
Attic is on the ground. People aren't coming yet, but
Because we killed the boss guy.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Like great. Do you want to proceed to the location on the thing?
Seems like a good idea.
Might as well.
You hear there is kind of bustle as you're going there, and again, it is a bunch of like 2 long halls.
What if we just yell
as
that
you're-
they're not getting paid for their time anymore?
I don't think they will leave you.
What if I hold up the arm?
Then they will run. And in fact, like as you're part of the sort of path through where
Kill,
We're
kill,
going-
kill.
there are sort of like medical laboratories. You have to kind of like the movie scene where you're going through the kitchen, the back of the hotel or whatever. Like it's kind of that scene only with a med lab. And when they see Zephyr coming, they're just like, "Fuck this! We are not interested. We do not fight. We are out." And
Only 1% leaves the arena. This is why I don't fight. I get really weird.
Yeah, she's hard. It's hard to bring her back down once she's unleashed.
Once she goes to that place.
Yeah.
this is their burn. Yeah.
All right, meat sacks.
As you're running through those, you hear another soft voice alarm, kind of the same voice that was in the beacon above. That's just like, please do not be alarmed. Everything is under control. You are in no danger. Please proceed calmly to your exit stations. Please stay calm. And just repeats that over and over again. And you're running and running. There's
They
like,
haven't seen Zephyr.
yeah, no, I mean, they just did.
I mean, the recording hasn't seen
Oh
Zephyr.
yeah. There's as you are run past some like banks of cryotubes that are basically just like manhole cover size hatches in the ground with like ID and little indicator lights sort of flashing on them.
Can we break
and,
them
like,
as we go by to try
Yeah.
to block people?
I mean, if you just want to kill a bunch of people, you can,
Oh, no.
Oh,
because there's people in them. They paid good money to live forever.
Oh,
but
we
you-
definitely gonna break them then.
Kill, kill.
Kill, kill.
It's the blood rage that cannot be.
Sorry. What? It's
Um,
like she just gets stuck.
But you do manage to find the location that we were found, and this is another similar room that has sort of like like large clear cylinders with sort of like some thick bubbling liquid with various body parts floating in them, organs, eyes, arm, and you find the one with the ID that matches Justice Edison,
Simpson, or Justice
and
It's
like
just
look at it, and you look up, and it's just like a pair of eyes floating there, sort of like emptily staring back at you, and a series of other tubes with like arms and livers and
But
kidneys.
those are from other people.
Nope,
Oh, they are all him.
they are all
his.
him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying just the eyes had his ID.
No,
I'm
they
like,
were just the ones that were
wow,
looking at
only
you.
his eyes were worth donating. Wow, really have to take better
Donating.
care of yourself.
I hope it still counts if we bring a bounty in pieces. I don't know.
Was there like a dead or alive thing on this one?
Yeah, all bounties are alive, or else you're just hitmen.
Well, we didn't kill him.
Well, what if we made him seem like he was alive? What do they check it with? Do they check it with the eyes?
I mean, he would have to
Or
go
The
into
DNA?
prison.
We could put his body in.
His eyes on some other person.
So is
That's
it
what I'm
like?
saying.
Is it? Are these parts? Is it basically an entire person, or is it just like select parts of a person?
It is the good parts of a person, and like looking around, like he is not the only one. There are dozens of sets of tubes like this.
So this is just a chop shop that chopped up.
Yeah,
people.
they clearly took his money for going back into cryosleep, and since he didn't have any people or anyone to check up on him, they, after taking his money, cut him up and will sell him for parts.
So he was just out of cryosleep.
Yeah, he wanted to
What
go
a
back
sad
in
story.
to get away from his debtors. Um,
So in a
But-
way, the real enemy.
It's the Ibis Corporation.
criminals,
It
yeah.
sounds like this is the evidence that can take down the entire corporate. No, wait.
Yeah, why don't we take down? Let's take down this corporation because we are fucked as far as bounties.
Oh, I
go.
mean, we've already started taking it down pretty well.
I am sorry.
So if we get out of here, we can blackmail Ibis.
So I think that arm is going to be worth like 3 credits. That's a pretty decent haul if you take it.
Why did I give
Um,
it to Rhino? I did.
uh,
I gave
if
it to
you-
Rhino, though.
If you want to just cash in all your hunt tokens, we can say that you can either take them in medical equipment or supplies and just load them up.
Are you trying to
and-
keep me from putting these eyeballs in a dog's body?
I mean, if you want to take them, you are absolutely welcome to. We don't need to fight our way out of here. We can cut back to you on the ship on your way out with
So I mean,
whatever
imagine
with
we're-
whatever you want to take with you.
Since we are experienced bounty hunters, I mean, I
Yeah.
figured we would know if there was any reason to take his parts, or if it's just like they're not going
Here.
to do it. Taking
Yeah,
his
I mean,
parts
you-
will get
you
us
can-
nothing.
You could take it back and be like, "Here, call
Can
off
we
the
take them
bounty
back
hunters."
like in a sack?
You sure can.
So
I mean,
we
I
can just be
figured-
like,
I do figure we somehow need to prove this outcome,
Or-
or it sound like a big bunch of bullshit. We're like, oh, he's dead. He got chopped up.
no,
and,
well, I'm taking all of them and putting them in a
And-
sack.
And I'll also throw in, okay, let me think about this for a moment. We could leave the trackable part here and somehow accidentally send out a message where other bounty hunters can grab it, that we've traced him down to this particular company at these coordinates on this planet.
There we
Actually,
go, Rhino.
let's do this. As you're flying out and heading back towards the jump gate, another ship is coming your way,
Another
and
way.
and very few ships are heading towards this planet because it's kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
And from the
There is a
you
party,
know,
though.
ICP signature or whatever, you can tell it is the
Insane clown posse.
you sent to the other place, the guy from Twinkles.
Mr.
And he's
Gray
like,
or
yeah, and he's just like, I tracked you down here. Where is he?
what we're sending the coordinates. We beat us fair and square. We're sending you the coordinates.
What? Oh, okay. All right. Later, losers.
You won this time. Rhino is like surprisingly good at people sometimes.
Oh, I'm going out of character.
Beat us fair and square. Go ahead.
Do you want to drop off parts to anyone who might be looking for them, or you just want to leave them alone?
Who wants parts?
I mean, there's a bunch of gangsters who are out looking for them, so you can drop parts off, or you can let Gray
So we could
take them out.
sell his parts.
I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can if you want to.
We could make a lot of money. We could stop playing the game, and then we could actually start the party barge business, and that could be the RPG.
That's now our drive.
Oh yeah, I gotta equip the fast pay resistance.
Our new drive is be the most successful party barge in the universe.
Choose fun.
We are still closed for maintenance. Please leave the area. Cool. I think we'll roll credits on later losers then. Cool. Do you want to?
We pitted the mafia against the Ibis Corporation.
Maybe. Yeah. So you can turn those hunt tokens into stuff that we can sell for credits.
Just turn them into credits. Basically, I had 3 in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just turn your hunt tokens into credits. Like fine.
Yeah.
Sound like the school supply store in my
And
elementary school.
Same with
Basically.
Always want me to buy stuff.
So my 3 found items become 3 credits as well, correct?
Yeah. Unless you want to keep the cudgel for some reason.
Nah,
Space cudgel.
I don't need a space cudgel. I need the credits more. I've got a laser hydro whip.
Oh no, you're getting rid of the fancy hat.
No, I've got my own flappy hat.
He's got a flappy hat.
The fancy
Fancy
hat
hat.
was what we took off the thug.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So unless
Okay.
you want
was
it,
probably
because at some
An
point I put it on your head.
exceptionally fancy hat.
Yeah, I misspoke
Cool.
earlier. My hat is the flappy hat with the extendable brim.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've still got that.
Sweet. It's after 10 o'clock. Let's save
Oh, yeah.
the station stuff for next time. Heath is out
Ooh.
after this.
Yeah, I'm
Next
out
week?
next week.
Cool.
Yes. Well, Thursday,
yeah.
Friday, Saturday. So unless we want to do like a Sunday or something.
Might be. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And that's that. That's the first thing. Woo! We did it. Oh, that
Hold on.
was nuts. You're a monster.
What?
Cut a guy in half for 3 credits.
Why?
You had it coming.
He did have it coming.
Like the worst part is that it seems like a good deal.
I mean, it is.
And he was gonna murder a whole bunch of people. So
He was
He was gonna
hurt
cut up
Grant.
Brennan. Yeah, he wasn't gonna hurt him. He was just gonna cut him and sell him for parts.
I feel
So
like
in a
once
way,
I
Grant would still
recognized
be alive.
once I recognized that she had gone into her red haze, that's when I was like, I let her do her thing. I go look for information. And she's still doing that. Oh man, yeah,
You
she's
just
still
gotta
going.
look busy at the desk.
She's
I don't go into that often. That's
And I think
why.
I think that's her burn. Like that's the burn she took, was like going into a rage.
Yeah.
No, it's not physical damage. It's
No.
It's
mental.
a survival
damage.
thing. Y'all have never been in the arena, and it shows.
when she's in that, just you stay out of the way. That's all you can do.
When you're in the arena, there's only one way out, and it's through the other person.
That was a good one.
Cool.
Ooh.
Want to do quick stars and wishes?
Hi,
Things that you like, or
streamers.
things that you would like to see more?
Yeah. I really love using complications to add new, like complications that do world building and story building around us.
Yeah.
Always feel super good. So I'm gonna try and lean towards those. I love story complications that introduce relationships to people in the room or that introduce interesting NPCs.
Yeah.
I love having a mechanic that can prompt us to keep building out.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially since me having somebody who worked there who had a grudge against me, like that turned it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was a very major
Always.
point.
Yeah, I think that's helped me discover things about the character too, because I was like, okay, Zephyr, like, had this bloody past and is now like trying to be the opposite of this, but there's still that.
Still there.
But I think it like got triggered in the like, oh, my ship is being threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, oh, and it was like, oh. And in the moment, I was like, "Oh no, why am I doing this?" But I was like, "Oh, this is a discovery."
I think I'm still getting my bearings on the system as a whole, so it's still hard for me to like.
Yeah.
Because there's like nothing I particularly go like, "Oh, I don't like that" or anything. It's just more like, "Oh, that's very different from what I'm used to or what I normally want."
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of thinking about it differently. Because like. And I know, like, by design, we've talked about it. Like, for example, that it feels like the drive, marking stuff off in your stash river seems like really tough, which it's supposed to be. But it's so you just kind of got to go with a mindset of not being frustrated by that. Like this is my goal, but that goal's really difficult and that's frustrating, and just being like, well, that's part of what it is.
Yeah.
And that's really inspired by the Cowboy Bebop stuff, where it's like the start of the episode, they're like, everyone's starving and we're out of fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I realized, like watching it again, like they almost never actually get the bounty. It's always like they get murdered in the process, or they turn out to be a good guy and they let him go, or something else happens, and it's like, I guess we're eating onions again.
It does seem also. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say briefly, I felt bad about not being down for setting off the general alarms and having all of the guards come for us.
I think that's a good instinct, because that's like,
good.
it might be a boring thing. Like, okay, now we either have to fight more guards or sneak around and.
That didn't sound fun to me. That just sounded like, all right, well, I guess we'll be mired down in combat for a lot longer.
It's a logical, like real life thing. Like, of course that would happen, but.
Well, I was thinking too, I might have been more intrigued by trying that if there were more mechanics around stealth and sneaking. Like,
I think that's still just risk rolls. That's like, cool. What you're risking is you want to not be detected, and we could even think, like, if the guards did come, I think that's one risk roll. Like, guards are swarming all over the place. The thing you're rolling for is to not be found.
Cool. Because I know in the moment I was like the other two have been saying, it's like I was just thinking, oh, that's just a whole bunch of combat, and we're both near death, so
that's a different game.
I felt like at that point, like I just felt like things had gone in a really cool, fun direction. I kind of just wanted to get. I just wanted to get to it. It's like let's just finish it off. Let's not drag it out and have more fights and more of this and
that was a game reason why I was like, I got less burns. I'm gonna get in front of the danger. And then I was like, I'm sorry, this went a little far, but here we are.
I like the it wasn't something I planned, but I like the doing the thing, finding the body, and then like, cool, we're back on the ship instead of like fighting your way out.
Oh yeah, I appreciated that too.
Better, we don't need to spend another hour fighting our way out.
I think
of just like a lot of tactics that aren't a lot of story.
And I think Peter's kind of mentioned it with his penguin, but it does also seem to me, all of the play sessions to me, I've sort of seemed like your starting items to me seem pretty useless.
Yeah, for the most part they are.
Find a way to incorporate them in the story, maybe.
Or if Rhino was flirting with Deatherman or whatever. And you could bring in your penguin and like collect penguins, and it could be so do I. Tink.
Can that be the post-credit scene?
Deatherman is still out there.
Okay, that's what we're doing next time.
That's all the fanfic.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the part of the system that's like throwback to like old D&D. It's like, we got a bunch of random stuff and we want to do a thing, how do we use our stuff to do the thing?
Okay, yeah. Well,
And
hopefully
it's
we
just
can
like
think
fun
of-
textures. Like, why does this thug
Yeah,
have a penguin? What's the story behind that?
yeah.
One of the things that I would like to do more is I feel like I fell down on doing like the setting the scene with you guys, like saying like, oh, like there's the landing pad. How can you tell it hasn't been used in a while?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
what is I did it finally did it with Sutter. Is like, why
Yeah.
tell me something about him. I should have been doing this the
Yeah.
whole time. I should have been doing this the whole time.
I do love that aspect of the game.
Yeah.
We get a lot out of it.
Yeah, and the stuff from Brindlewood was stolen from this game to do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like, it's a good thing to do, so I need to do it more. Cool. Anything else?
Cool. I have so much burn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do some more writing and get the station stuff settled out. We didn't do spaceship combat. If you didn't roll badly in the air, or else the other bounty hunter would have shown up earlier and we could have had a space fight. But that's
I
okay.
love the other bounty hunter showing
Yeah.
up at the end. That was
Later, losers.
I just thought he was gonna go in and
That worked
find
out great.
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And like
Just-
security on knife's edge alert.
It's like a lot of handprints made into turkeys.
Oh, God.
Blood. It's not great.
I think if there's an end after credit scene, it's like Mr. Gray bringing like one of the tanks to Mr. Lawrence and be like, sorry, boss. Something bad happening.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Thanks for playing. May or may not have another one written up for next time, so we'll figure something out.
All right.
Yeah,
Coolio.
Until later.
we'll see you next time. Woo.
Bye.
Bye.